Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your September reading. I hope you guys are doing well. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing. I greatly appreciate the support. Be sure to check out the shorts as well. I post shorts every day for each zodiac sign. So just wanted to let you guys know. And what else? What else do I have for Sagittarius? There was something else I wanted to say. Oh, if this reading doesn't resonate, check out your other signs, such as your moon, rising, and so forth. All right, Spirit, give me guidance. All right, well, you have a bunch of cards wouldn't come out. All right, so you have the Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. You know, these cards have been coming up in a lot of the readings for the month of September. So you have the Eight of Pentacles, Strength card, Four of Wands, but you know, Seven of Swords isn't always bad. So let's just go with that. King of Swords, the Star card, the Five of Cups, and the overall energy of the reading is the Magician. So I really like this energy. You know, you can look at the Five of Cups and Seven of Swords, which people typically do. They tend to home to the what tarot considers negative cards, right? But with the Nine of Pentacles, with the Seven of Swords, and the Star with the Five of Cups, it's really, I'm not getting a negative energy. So let's go ahead and jump into this. I'm going to clarify, and then I am going to pull some intuitive oracle cards at the end. So, Nine of Pentacles and Seven of Swords. So, I'm getting two meanings right now. Okay. So, let me talk about the first one. I do feel that there's been like some imbalance, and your worry, it's like I'm getting like your worry is unnecessary because something is going to be paying off for you, but it's going to require you. To be persistent, okay? And you're being encouraged to think strategically here with the Seven of Swords to navigate challenges. All right. I am going to say for a few of you that someone may have taken advantage of you financially, and that is going to end, or it has ended. You know, some of you, I do feel that, you know, maybe you're like, oh, I'm just helping this person. They need to get back on their feet, blah, 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 blah. But I am getting, if that's for you, like, you know, people have to learn to stand on their own 2 feet. There's nothing wrong with helping anyone, but at some point you need to cut it off, because if you continue to do so, they're never going to learn on their own. Okay. And, you know, it's like you work really hard, and it might take a lot of strength for you to start doing things in a different manner with that individual, or, you know, sticking to your guns here. Um, Now, if, you know, let's talk about the first scenario, right? So if you're worrying about something paying off, it's like just keep that inner strength, that persistence, working hard here with the Eight of Pentacles, you know, staying and having that courage to keep moving forward. Again, inner strength, and I'm losing the word I want to use. Resilience. That's what I wanted to say. Resilience. Also, I'm getting dedication and concentration as well. Okay. With the Four of Wands and the King of Swords here, I am getting that. Do you feel like there's another level of commitment as well as some type of celebration? And again, I'm going to clarify. There could also be a mentor or someone helping you through this, or celebrating with you with some type of celebration or planning or something like that. And again, if this is someone that you're needing to cut out because been financially helping them, or you know, I don't like to use the word enabling, but we're going to call it like it is. I do feel like you need to get in that leadership role as the King of Swords. Perhaps they're living with you, or in some way, shape, or form using your resources. And I do feel like, again, it's time to cut that out. With the Star and the Five of Cups, I am getting that you are healing. If somebody did take advantage of you, you are healing through this process, okay? If that's not the case, and we're going to go back to that the first situation I was talking about, where, you know, you're feeling a little bit of an imbalance and we're doing having some unnecessary worrying, I do feel like your fruits are coming, you're going to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor because it's like there's hope and renewal after a period of just a lot of hard work and maybe not seeing exactly what it is you wanted to see. But I do feel like that's coming to fruition, and you're going to start seeing things, especially with the overall energy here with the magician, because that speaks of you having all the resources you need to create what it is you want to manifest, right? So let's go ahead and start clarifying so we can get a better idea of what's going on here. Spirit, give me guidance. Why is the Nine of Pentacles and Seven of Swords here? I'm going to kind of scoot these over a little bit so we can. Why is the Nine of Pentacles and Seven of Swords here? I got to take these top two. All right, Two of Cups and the World. Yeah, again, I feel like there's something is coming to an end, something's coming full circle, okay? And again, I feel like, uh, if it's the first situation, let me back up. If it's the first situation, okay, from where uh, again, that imbalance, I feel like something is finally, like, again, that's ending, you're leveling up and something is coming together as one. Okay, could even be engagement or marriage for some of you, doesn't have to be, but there's going to be some type of celebration. But I feel like the hard work and all again is paying off, and I said that earlier with, you're going to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Things are coming to fruition here. If it's the second situation, I feel like, this could have been a long time friendship, love relationship, business partnership, whatever. It's coming to an end, right? Because it's time. It's time to move forward. I said that over here. And it's time to move on because, people, again, cannot continue to depend on you. And it could even be a child for some of you. I don't see any pages, but that's just the energy I'm getting off the cards. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here with the Strength card? Why is the Eight of Pentacles here with the Strength card? We have the Four of Cups in reverse, and we have the Queen of Cups. Okay, so the Four of Cups in typical meaning, right, speaks of stagnancy, and I feel like it being in reverse, you're coming out of that stagnant mode because you're nurturing something to life here. Hence the Queen of Cups, right? She is the nurturer. She's considered like the mother of the tarot, just like the Empress. But like that's the energy I'm getting off the card at the moment, is that you're nurturing something into existence. You're getting out of a stagnant place, especially emotionally, and getting into something more nurturing, and as well as self-care. For some of you are taking better care of yourself. So kudos to you for doing that, Sagittarius. All right, let's see what we have with the Four of Wands and the King of Swords. Why is the Four of Wands here and the King of Swords? We have the Queen of Swords and the Five of Swords. So, I feel that again, um, we have situation one and situation two. Okay. So for the first situation, there has been some strong um choices that you've had to make along the way that have not been easy, right? And has, I feel like, has caused some internal conflict, but you stay true to yourself here and you move forward successfully, okay? Um, some of you may be promoted and it's like some other people around you may be jealous or upset with you, but it's like you're going to come to an understanding that you didn't do anything wrong. um and if it's something with like a relationship, I just feel like, I feel like situation one and two are combining with these cards. And what I mean by that, like, you could be in a relationship and then this other party has somehow interfered in here. And it's like, okay, you're needing to, it's caused conflict enough and you're cutting something out. Or the other thing I'm getting is that you needing to have made a difficult decision, okay? Um, and it's been very conflicting to make that decision to cut somebody out. You know, this person may see you as cold-hearted, but you made the choice with your intellect and your intuition here, okay? It's like there could have been a personal conflict with somebody, you know, with the second situation, but I do feel that like you're no longer being, what's the word I'm looking for? Taken advantage of or being fooled. Like you're seeing through the trickery of somebody. Okay. That's just the energy I'm getting. And I always like to go over all the energy I'm getting, even though sometimes it's a lot, because some things may resonate, some things may not. And that's just the way it is. Why is the star card here and the Five of Cups, Spirit? Why is the star card here and the Five of Cups, please? We have the Seven of Wands, and the Death card, which is the rebirth card. Yeah. Okay. So in the first situation, I feel like you have learned to put up healthy boundaries in your life based on past experiences. Okay. Again, you're healing, you know, from all the hard work and stuff that you've put into things in your life. And along the way, you have had to learn to put up boundaries and protect yourself in like a bubble in a sense, right? And that is part a huge transformation to be able to do that. So it's like you're going through that rebirth, you're going through that change and heading towards some type of new beginning here. If it's the second situation, again, you've had to put up healthy boundaries. You're becoming a new person, okay? A new you, and no longer going to be allowed to be walked on anymore. Okay, very similar meanings, whether it's been you're learning it now or you've learned it along the way and it's really helped you get to where you are in the month of September. So let's see what's going on with the magician for you. Spirit, give me guidance. Why is the magician here for Sagittarius? Why is the magician here? And I just saw 12 on the clock. So check that angel number out. Spirit, give me guidance for the magician. Oop. We have the Four of Wands again and the Hermit. Yeah, I feel like you really had to have you have really had to take a step back and do a lot of introspection in this month. You know, the Hermit is a Virgo card. We're in Virgo season. Um, we're in the month of September, which is the ninth month, you know. So I'm feeling like there's a lot of introspection and reflection going on in this month for you, Sagittarius. And I want to say, like, there's a storyline here, okay? And, you know, it's like, you know, with the magician, it's like things are leading to tangible achievements, tangible results, okay? Especially with the Four of Wands here, you know, it's like it serves as a foundation here. And with the Hermit, it's like there's a personal reflection and spiritual growth. All right. It's like you've used the tools that have been at your disposal. Okay. And you're going to be celebrating some type of outcome and as well as getting some type of inner wisdom from it all in the month of September. And that's beautiful. Okay. Like I feel like there's going to be a big reason to celebrate here in the month of um, September. And I feel like even onwards, like they're even through the end of the year for you, Sagittarius. All right, so let's pull a couple of intuitive oracle cards. Spirit, give me guidance for Sagittarius, please, for the month of September. What is it that they need to know for their highest good, please? And thank you. We have trust your path. No matter the obstacles, follow your intuition. It will lead the way. Soul connection. Connect deeply with your soul and discover your true self. I'm going to pull one more. Angelic whisper. The angels whisper through your intuition. Pay attention. All right, Sagittarius, if you enjoyed this reading, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing. Have a beautiful day. Keep standing in your power, and I'll see you soon. Bye.